Welcome to the classroom of spiritual understanding. You know, many people have been asking me, what do you call yourself? What are you, Jane? What is your purpose of life? What is the things that you want out of life? Why are you doing this? Isn't it interesting? Well, I'm going to attempt today to give you some understanding of why this whole process is so important and why I do what I do. Well, you see, I've had to evolve through many times and many lifetimes and many states of being, just like you've had to evolve through many, many states of being. Even Jesus had to do just what we are doing. Why am I teaching? Why is this important? Because I know the truth of each and every one of you. You are all spiritual beings moving in the evolution of your soul. All spiritual beings. Whether you believe it or not, whether you have any understanding of that or not, that's what we are. Even Jesus understood that. Jesus Christ had an evolution just like we have an evolution. So why am I doing this? Why am I even talking about this? Because quite frankly, I wanted so much help and didn't know how to get it. And when I got through with this mighty evolutionary process that I was in, I wanted to share the things that I was finding out to help others. And do I think this is all done for me and I have made it to the very top? No, absolutely not. But one thing I do know, that I'm through the evolutionary of the Earth planet. Is there other solar systems? Is there other things for me to learn? Absolutely. And I'm excited about that. But right now, we are in the third dimension, living in the world of form, because this is what it's called, the world of form. You're living in this world of form, and you're not living in the cosmos right now. You're in the world of form. So let's address the world of form. As we've talked about in the past, the world of form is ruled by karma, is ruled by the opposites. It is here to help us to grow and to change and to become more of who we truly are. Now, I want to talk to you about the Christ, and I'm going to, let me think, how am I going to put this? Because this is a big subject. And there is a lot of ideas of what the Christ is and what the Christ does and how the Christ evolved. I'm just going to put my spin on it. And this is what I've understood from my evolutionary process. Jesus was a soul, just like you and I were, and moved through many, many of the different states of form, from mineral form to stone, vegetable, all the things that we have had to evolve through. And he evolved, growing and understanding the many, many aspects of the form life. I'm going to call it the form life. Until he came into incarnation in the body of the Christ, Jesus, as a little baby with a purpose to move into God consciousness, or the Father and I are one. And he knew at a very early age that he was on a journey. He had a mission. And that mission had to be, I'll put it this way, this mission had to express itself in this dimension, and at that time of the evolution of the planet. He recognized that that was what was his to do. So he started his God evolution, so to speak. Jesus knew that he had to move into the fourth dimension of consciousness, that he had already evolved through all the other dimensions of consciousness. Now it was his time to go into God consciousness. But first, the Christ consciousness has to be developed before you can walk into God consciousness because of the process. So Jesus, when he was a little boy, he understood that there was something for him to do. He went to the temple. He wanted the priests to help him. And eventually, he disappeared for a long, long time. What was he doing? And there's a lot of books written about that. But he went to his out-of-body teacher that was supporting and helping him to align himself perfectly with the mission that was his to do. If you want to call it the play that needed to come forth, the parentheses in eternity that needed to appear on planet Earth 2,000 years ago. So Jesus started his mission to move his consciousness to that greater space of the Father and I are one, which is what he talks about. He also talks about the God consciousness and being one with that, with the Father, the God consciousness. This is our destiny. Jesus was our way shower. Now, if we take that and understand that that was the way shower, then we are going to be able to take the journey apart a little bit and understand what he was trying to show us. So what Jesus was trying to demonstrate to us, that he was willing to will the will of God. He was willing. He was willing to do his mission. He was willing to do the will of God, which was to become God conscious. That was what Jesus was willing to do. He had a desire. Do you see? That's another part of this. You have to have the desire to know. It's like you're in a room, and you've been in this room for 20 years. And there's a knock on the door, and you think, oh my God, I'm scared to go out that door. I wonder, I'm even scared to open it. What's behind that door? I've never ever asked before because I've been too scared to ask. But knock, 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 that someone at my door here. So you bravely go over to the door. Fearful, but you have a desire to open the door. The desire to open the door is greater than the fear not to open it. Do you see? It's a power. It's a power. The desire has power. So now you're absolutely going to open that door. You're scared, but you're going to overcome your fear and open that door and find out what's behind the door. You open the door and you see light. All kinds of light. And you can't make out anything that's behind the door except light. And you say to yourself, well, what's all that light about? Well, you have to go into the light to understand the light. Oh, I'm too scared to go into the light. I'm just going to stand there at the door and look out there and see all the light. I'm just going to stand there and enjoy watching all the light. But I'm too scared to go into the light, because if I go into the light, what's that going to do to me? How's that going to change me? I don't want to go into the light. It's the unknown. It's all unknown. See, Jesus wasn't afraid to go into the light. The door was opened. And I'm sure he had fear just like we did and do. But we snatched open that door. And now we walk into the light. I'm not afraid to look into the light, Jesus said. I'm stronger than I've ever been in any other incarnation. I'm not afraid to go into the light. So as he walks into the light, he slowly but surely became the light. Became the light. Because the light enfolded him. And once the light enfolds you, it changes you. It changes you. It's like suddenly you see things differently. You hear things differently. You begin to look at your life with new eyes, hear with new ears, and you know that there's things in your life that you need to change. So Jesus walked into the light. And when he walked into the light, he started to remember that he was a soul evolving and that he was here for a mission, and he wanted to find out how to present this whole concept of walking into the light, being the light, to the world. If I and the Father are one, and I stand in the light of the world, I am the light of the world. I stand in the light. And this light envelops me. This light is every part of me, Jesus said. Well, this light is every part of you. It permeates your body. It permeates your your lungs, your heart, your brain. Once you walk into the light, everything changes for you. You open that door and the light comes in, beckoning you to walk through it. Everything is going to change. You can't be the same after walking into the light. And Jesus had the desire to walk into the light. Do you have the desire to walk into the light? Maybe you have poked your little head outside, and that's been enough for you. But I'm going to get back here. Got to protect myself. And then you got a little more courage, and you opened the light a little more. And you walked a little bit. You put your little toe in the light. You put your little hand in the light. You put the other little hand in the light. And every time you reached out into the light, it changes you. And if you don't want to be changed, don't go in the light. Please don't go in the light. Stay. Stay in the box you're in. You don't have to go through that door. You can stay where you are. But if you don't like the life you're living in the opposites, the brain that's going 90 miles an hour all day long, every day, it never gives you any peace because it's trying to find out how to maneuver this energy and come out on top. Well, you see, the light makes you surrender to the light. You can't walk into the light without surrendering, even if it's just to one arm. You have to surrender that little part of yourself. Even if it's an arm that you stick out the door into the light, it will infuse the rest of you. It will light you up to whatever degree you can be lit up to. Just like anything else, if you are going to put more electricity into your house to get more usage for your cable or whatever, you've got to be rewired to be able to accept it. Same here. You walk into that light, you have to get rewired to be able to have more light, to use that light. And that light is always used to bring you into greater consciousness of yourself. And Jesus walked into the light and he said, I am the light of the world. God, I want to be one with you. Father, teach me, show me. And he became our way shower. You see, God, came into existence through him because he surrendered to his higher self, which made it possible for him to demonstrate real love. You give yourself up to find yourself. And that's the hardest thing in the world to do. Believe me, I struggled with that and struggled with that and struggled with it. Pretty soon, I found out the more I gave up, the more there was to give up. But the greater God consciousness I was getting. So it was simple and easy to let go of it. After a while, oh, don't hear me say that it wasn't hard at the beginning, because the ego does not want to give up, but the soul sure is going to push the heck out of you. Because you've come to this evolutionary process within yourself to walk out the door into the light. And at least put your hand out there, or your little toe, or your little toe. Let it be infused. Jesus had the courage to go beyond himself. We have to have that courage. We have to be willing to let go of all that we hold dear. Get detached from the third dimensional world, which is so hard to do. Detachment is so hard because we think we're going to lose something if we get detached. And you are. You're going to lose your limited self. That's what you're going to lose. You definitely will lose your limited self. And I found my limited self was very limited. Very limited, very ego-driven. Always trying to figure out how I could get on top. What a waste of my lifetime. Until I saw the light. Okay? Till I opened the door. And I saw the light. And I decided it was worthy of my time and energy to maybe investigate what that light was. And fortunately, it made me feel better. It made me feel more myself than I'd ever felt before. And then the door closed and I was back in my little box again. But I had seen the light. And I wanted to move with the light, become one with the light, knowing that in order to do that I had to give myself up. me, I need this, I need that. Oh, I'm not going to be happy if I don't do this or that or the next thing. You know your list of I'm not happy if I don't have. You got lots of things that you're not happy if you don't have. Oh, I can't do that. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, that will upset my apple cart. That will upset me. I won't be able to function. You're not functioning now. You're just fooling yourself. There's so much more. Surrender, protection. The protecting person that says, I have to protect myself. Or, oh, the boogeyman's going to get me. Someone might hurt me. Oh my God, if somebody hurts me, what'll I do? Oh, maybe my money's going to go away. Maybe my health is going to go away. Oh my God. Ain't it awful? Well, you got to give that up. Well. Letting go, surrendering, is your only freedom. Your only freedom, and you think it's the worst of the worst, but it's your only freedom. As long as you're hanging on to something with both hands and gripping on to it is hard. So look at your life. What are you hanging on to for dear life and would just absolutely die if it wasn't? It may be another person. It may be your pet. Or it may be your mother or your father or your children, your job, your money, your home. There's hundreds of things that I can say that you hang on to because you're so scared. Oh my God, I'm so scared. No. Be careful. Be careful here. Oh no, don't take this away. I will die if it's taken away from me. Get over it. Jesus got over it because he knew there was more. And he knew it was a stumbling block to his advancement. Jesus had the same evolutionary process as you're in. It's no different. He just did it 2,000 years ago. He was willing to give up his intelligence to move into his intuition. Willing to give up his materialistic desires to move into God desires. Move out of his own puny little will and go into God's will, which fortifies you and pushes you and gives you the courage to do that which is yours to do. You are a soul evolving, just like Jesus evolved and became the Christ. Christ is a state of consciousness that knows that it's one with God. It moves, it has its being in the full vibration of God energy, God power, God love. And Jesus demonstrated turning the water into wine, showing the blind man that he could see. You take that metaphorically, you see that there's a lot more to that than just those little third-dimensional things. Ask God to unblind you. Open your ears, open your eyes. Open my eyes so that I might see. Heal my blindness to you, God. Heal my lack of being able to hear. And my fear of hearing something I don't want to hear. Get rid of my own human protections, because if I don't get rid of my human protections, I can't ever, ever, ever understand the God consciousness. Because I'll go with my little measuring stick, and my little measuring stick, oh man, it'll measure everything. And you may be sitting there looking at me and measuring me, saying, oh, what right does she have to say these things? Who does she think she is? What is she talking about Jesus for like that? There must be something very wrong with her. That is the ego. That is what you got to give up to move into God consciousness. God comes in all forms. All forms. The turtle on the waterfront is just as much God as Jesus Christ was. You see, it's evolution. It's movement of consciousness. And we are in the best place we could ever be to move our consciousness because we have high intelligence now. And our intelligence says, I can't buy religion that tells me if I eat meat on Friday, I'm going to hell. You know, I believed that when I was a little girl. And guess what? That doesn't even exist. What happened to all those people that ate meat on Friday and they felt ashamed and guilty the rest of their life? When it wasn't even, it doesn't have anything to do with anything anyhow. You see, it's up to us. It's up to you. Now, when I began this little talk, I said, I've had people ask me, who are you? I am the lamplighter of souls. I want to light your lamp within you to move into consciousness. I want to put more volume on your lamp within, so it will light your whole beingness. Your whole beingness. For you truly are a soul in evolution. And why do I do what I do? Because you belong to me. You're part of me. You are my arms, my legs, my beingness. And when you are on other dimensions of being, you understand that. If you have a child or if you have a pet, you know how much you love them, how much you take care of them, how much you concern yourself with them, and how much you truly want to be a good mom or dad to them. Well, don't you think the God who created you, and you are a part of God, wants you to grow and to change and to be all that you are? Why do I do this? Why do I bother talking to you in a video? Right now, I'm 79 years old. How many more years do I have to talk to you, to help you to grow? I vow whatever years I have left, I vow to help you and to support you and to awaken you, to lamp your fire within yourself. You are a lamp. And I'm lighting your fire. You are the Christ. You are God. That turtle on the beach is just as much as you are. It just is not aware that it's going to be a human someday. But as you watch that little turtle on the beach, you know that this is part of its evolution, and it's going to grow into humanhood, and then spiritualhood, and then the godhood. You're going to know that. This is a very special time. The vibration is here to lovingly support you on your journey. Don't be afraid to walk into the light and get yourself all embraced by the light. You can't put your little tippy toes in it. Oh, yeah, you can. But you got to be strong enough to go into the whole of it. You can tippy-toe, but eventually you have to go in and immerse yourself in the whole energy and light of God. I support you. At this time of the century, when new things are happening, new discoveries are happening every day in support of your higher self. Come, come, come. Walk in the light with me, and I will show you the way. I will open the doors to more light. I will honor you, love you, protect you. But the only thing I need is surrender. Surrender to the light. And then you will learn for yourself. You will embrace it and understand it for yourself. The only thing you have to have is the desire, the will, the commitment to open that door and walk into the light. The door is open. And I'll meet you on the other side and support you as you learn and grow and to change. No one's going to tell you how to think. You're going to experience it and understand. The one thing I can say is that you have to surrender what you think is the real world, which is the illusion of the third dimension. You have to surrender that. And say, teach me, teach me, teach me. Let me understand it from my head to my toes. I need to own it. I need to live it. I need to be it. I need to be the pure essence of God. I need it. I must have it. I can't live without it. I will do whatever is necessary to get it. I want to be the pure essence, the pure understanding of the God in me. In me. God is ising in you. Allow that isingness to come forth, push you out of your box into the light, and the light will heal you. Body, mind, and soul. And so let us take a moment here and say, thank you, God, for bringing into me the light of the world. Let me walk in that light. Let me understand that light. And then I want to be the light. I want to be the light. I want to know you, to love you, and to be you. Not as an ego, but as an evolution of soul. I am willing. I am able. And thank you, oh God. Bye for now, my beautiful souls. I'm so glad you're part of my spiritual family. You touch my heart with your desire to know who you are in God.